Thank you. 2 words, so simple yet so vital. Yes, I'm talking about gratitude and expressing appreciation. Did you know that the name Jew in Hebrew is Yehudi, which comes from the word Yehuda, Judah, which means showing appreciation, being grateful, being thankful, because that virtue and attribute is so essential, so fundamental within our religion, within the Torah, and for all humanity. In this week's Torah portion, the second in Exodus, called Va'era, we learn how Moshe comes to Pharaoh and tells him to let the Jewish people go. Redeem us from the Egyptian bondage. And Pharaoh, of course, says, no, I will not let them go. So God turns to Moshe and says, tell your brother Aaron to take your staff and smite the Egyptian river, and miraculously all the water will transform into blood, thus bringing upon the first of the 10 plagues. And the question is, why couldn't Moshe himself smite the river? Why does he have to tell Aaron to take his staff? Later on we find that Moshe himself does tremendous miracles with his staff. Why couldn't he smite the river? Rashi, the classic commentary in the Torah, explains, because Moshe's life was saved by water. When he was a little baby, his mother put him in a basket on the water, and his life was saved when the daughter of Pharaoh found him, and therefore he couldn't be ungrateful. He had to show his gratitude towards the water. He couldn't smite the water. We learn a tremendous lesson from this story. To the extent a person should go to show his gratitude and not to be ungrateful. You see, Moshe could have easily have said that the water is an inanimate object. Will the water cry if I hit it? Will the water feel bad if it turns to blood? Probably not. And yet God tells me not to smite the water, not to be ungrateful. This is a sensitivity that a person should instill within themselves. So when it comes to treating another human being who has feelings, a person will be extremely careful to show gratitude and to say thank you. Number 2, Moshe could have easily said to himself, I should thank the water for saving me. I mean, the water didn't do anything special. The water didn't exert any energy to save me. My mother put me in a basket, put me on the Nile River, and what happened? Well, the laws of gravity, the laws of nature took effect. The water did what it always does. I floated on the water. And yet God tells him, don't smite the water. Don't be ungrateful. Sometimes we tell ourselves, I should thank that individual for what they did for me. They didn't even want to do it for me. They didn't exert too much energy. They were doing it anyways. Why should I say thank you? But if we were helped by another individual, show our gratitude. Say thank you. Be grateful. Number 3, Moshe easily could have said to himself, the water saved me 80 years ago. I was a little baby. Now I'm the leader of the Jewish people. It's been 80 years. Let's get over it already. And yet God tells him, don't smite the water. The message is, let's not have the what have you done for me lately attitude. Let us be forever eternally grateful for those who have done kindness to us and those who have helped us throughout our lives. You know that Moses, his name was not given to him by his mother. It was given to him by an Egyptian princess. When he was born, his mother and father gave him a name, a Hebrew name. There's up to debate what the name was. Some say it was Tuvia, some say it was Chaver. We don't know because the Torah doesn't tell us. But we do know his name, Moshe, the Egyptian name given to him by this princess. And the reason is because the Torah is showing gratitude towards this princess, towards Batya, for saving Moses' life. You saved Moses' life, we will call him by the name that you gave him, Moshe, Moses. Sometimes it may be difficult to express our appreciation and to say thank you, because it could be a humbling experience. Essentially what it means is, I needed you. I was reliant on you. And for some people that can be difficult. That can be humbling. But humility is not a bad thing. You see, in Hebrew, the word todah, thank you, is related to the word modeh, which means I admit. Sometimes saying thank you really necessitates humility. But humility is another tremendous virtue in Judaism, in the Torah. But that's for another class. In the meantime, have a great and grateful day, and thank you so much for watching.